Follow justice and justice alone, so that you may live and possess the land the Lord your God is giving you. Deuteronomy 16:20.
Corruption. It's a word we hear all the time. It sounds very serious, very official, but what is it really? Simply put, it's when someone with power uses that power dishonestly for their own gain. Think of a politician taking money to pass a certain law, or a police officer asking for a little extra to forget about a ticket. It's a secret, unfair trade. You give me something I want and I'll use my power to help you. It's a problem that's everywhere, from the biggest governments to the smallest local offices, and honestly, it affects everyone, especially the people who don't have power or money to play the game. Now, you might think corruption is just about a few greedy bad people. A bad apple here, a rotten tomato there. If we just get rid of them, the problem is solved, right? Oh, if only it were that simple. That's like thinking you can fix a leaky dam by plugging one hole with your finger. The truth is, corruption is usually a much bigger problem. It's not just about one person, it's about the whole system. The rules, the culture, the way things are set up, they can all make corruption easy, and sometimes even normal. It's a machine designed to keep itself running, and it's incredibly difficult to shut down. Let's talk about the system. Yes, the big scary system. In many places, the rules are not designed to be fair. They are designed to protect the people already in power. Think about it. Who writes the laws? Politicians. Who benefits from those laws? Often, it's the politicians, their rich friends. They create loopholes so big you could drive a truck full of stolen money through them. They make sure that any investigation into their own behavior gets stuck in endless committees and paperwork. It's a brilliant self-sustaining loop of protection. The system protects its own. This isn't a conspiracy theory, it's just how power works. A powerful company wants to build a factory that will pollute a river. Normally there are environmental laws to stop that, but the company donates a huge amount of money to a key politician's campaign. Suddenly, a new law is passed that creates an exception for certain types of factories. The company gets what it wants, the politician gets the money, the people who live by the river get sick. The system didn't break, it worked exactly as the powerful people intended it to. It's a feature, not a bug. Here's a fun fact that isn't fun at all. Having a law against corruption doesn't mean a thing if no one enforces it. It's like having a no trespassing sign on a field while the owner is actively selling tickets to a music festival there. The law is just words on paper. In many countries, the laws against bribery and fraud are actually very strong. The problem is, they are applied very selectively. If a poor person steals a loaf of bread, they go to jail. If a powerful executive steals millions of dollars from a pension fund, they pay a fine and maybe write a book about their mistakes. This is what weak law enforcement looks like in practice. It's not that there are no police or courts. It's that they are underfunded, understaffed, and often under the thumb of the very people they should be investigating. A prosecutor might want to go after a corrupt mayor, but their boss tells them to drop the case because the mayor is a political ally, or a judge might be offered a bribe or a threat to rule in a certain way. When the institutions of justice are weak, they become just another tool for the corrupt to use. They don't fear the law, they control it. And a society without respect for the law is a society where corruption can grow like a weed in an abandoned garden. Sometimes corruption isn't a shocking crime, it's just normal. In some places, it's so deeply embedded in daily life that people don't even see it as wrong anymore. It's just the way things are. Need a driver's license? You pay the instructor a little extra to guarantee you pass the test. Going to the hospital? You slip some money to the nurse to make sure your grandmother gets a bed. It's not seen as a bribe, it's seen as a tip. It's seen as a facilitation fee. It's a routine transaction, like buying groceries. This is the culture of corruption. This culture develops over time, often from the top down. When people see their leaders openly enriching themselves, it sends a clear signal. The message is, everyone is looking out for themselves, so you should too. Honesty starts to look foolish. Why would you wait in line for months for a passport when your neighbor got his in a week by paying a bribe? Slowly, people start to accept it. They might complain, but they participate because they feel they have no other choice. It becomes a survival mechanism. Corruption, like a vampire, hates sunlight. It thrives in darkness, in secrecy, and in complexity. One of the biggest enablers of corruption is a lack of transparency. Decisions are made behind closed doors. The public has no idea how their money is being spent, who is getting government contracts, or why certain laws are being passed. When everything is secret, people in power can abuse their position for personal gain. At the end of the day, systems are run by people, and people are, well, complicated. We can't talk about corruption without talking about the basic human emotions that drive it. Greed, fear, the simple need to survive. For some, corruption is born from pure greed. They have power, and they see it as an opportunity to accumulate as much wealth as possible. They already have enough money to live comfortably for 100 lifetimes, but it's never enough. But greed isn't the whole story. Fear is an equally powerful motivator. What happens to people who speak out? They are called whistleblowers, and they often pay a very high price. Then there is the most basic human instinct of all, survival. For many people at the bottom of the economic ladder, corruption is not a choice, it's a necessity. We have to understand the different human motivations behind it. So after all that doom and gloom, what's the answer? Are we just supposed to accept that corruption is a fact of life, like death terrible reality TV shows? Absolutely not. Fighting corruption is possible, but it's not a simple one-step process. It's not about finding one hero to save the day. It requires a massive, coordinated effort from every level of society. It's going to take strong leaders, transparent institutions, and most importantly, regular people who refuse to accept the status quo. It's a team sport, and we all have to play. First, we need leadership with real political will. This means leaders who are not just talking about fighting corruption, but are actually doing it. They need to lead by example, by being transparent about their own finances. They need to appoint independent, professional people to run the justice system, not their cronies. Second, we need to build strong, transparent, and accountable institutions. This is the boring but essential part. It means reforming the system itself. We need laws that are simple, fair, and apply to everyone. Finally, and this is the most important part, it comes down to us. All of us. Real change happens when ordinary citizens get involved. This means demanding transparency from our leaders. It means voting for candidates who have a genuine commitment to integrity. It means teaching our children the value of honesty. The moment we decide we've had enough is the moment things can start to change.
I can do all things through Christ which strengthened me. Philippians 4:13. This verse emphasizes faith, perseverance, and reliance on God's strength in all aspects of life, including challenges in law, justice, and moral decision-making. It serves as a reminder that with Christ's guidance, we can overcome obstacles, pursue righteousness, and uphold justice with integrity. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational content. See you in the next video.